Hello, my loves. Welcome to Vic's Tarot Guidance. Welcome all of you that are new and all of you that are returning to this channel today. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. And also, if you want to book a personal tarot reading, all the information can be found in the description box below. My website and my email is listed over there. Today we're going to be looking into what would your person do if they got you alone. Right, so we have three groups to pick from today. There is also going to be an extended video connected to this one. So the extended is going to be posted up on Patreon, and it is going to cover more mature, graphic, exotic themes connected to this reading. Due to community guidelines on YouTube, I'm going to keep this reading more PG-13, very much viewer friendly, right? And we're just going to go into the scenario, how your person would feel, what they would do if they got you alone. And then for the Patreon edition or the Patreon extended video, we are going to be tapping into some more graphic scenes. So what they would actually want to do with you sexually, and getting in a lot more detail about those scenarios and how they would want to go about it as well. Right, so let's get into the groups now. Group number one here is going to be this Master card. It's a man with a heart in a cage. So that's it for group number one here. Group number two is going to be this Love card. So very beautiful unity, connection. And for group number three, we have the beautiful Manifest card showing up. So these are the three groups. The timestamps are down below. If you want to listen to the Patreon edition, the link is down below as well. You can scroll down below and hop into the Patreon edition if you want to. And yeah, if you feel like you need a bit more time, pause the video at this time, take a few deep breaths, drink a bit of water if you need to. You can tap into your guides, your ancestors, your elders, whoever you want to invoke and allow them to guide you towards a specific group, or you can just allow yourself to pick the group. So allow yourself to be guided, to be open, and feel which group is sort of popping out or calling to you the very most. That is going to be your group. If more than one group is calling out to you, that is completely fine as well. That just means that you have messages in more than one group. And if you feel like you want to pick for more than one person, that's perfectly fine as well. So I'll see you all in your groups. Pause the video now if you feel like you need a bit more time. Hello, group number one, welcome. If you have picked the Master card over here, this is going to be your reading for what would they do if they got you alone. If you want to tap into the extended video, the extended is going to be posted up on Patreon, where we are going to be covering more explicit, more mature, more erotic scenarios in regards to this situation, so what they would actually do. So if you're interested in that, join us. The link is down below. So let's see now. We have the Master card. Let's see what else you got here. We have Heal. Beautiful. We also have Refusing to See. And we have Awaiting Results. Okay, so what would they do if they got you alone here? Overall, I'm getting your person would be trying to master their own feelings here. They would be a little bit heavy is how I'm feeling their energy. Their body would feel quite heavy, quite sort of quite immovable or not as flowy. The energy wouldn't be flowing as easily with the Master card. And that is because they would really try hard to master their own energy towards you. I feel like this person would admit to the fact that they have not wanted to see certain things. I do feel like they would want to approach you in a way in which they would address their shortcomings or how they have not treated you in the past, you know, how they have sort of been a little bit selfish possibly with their own energy, or how they haven't been really right in their actions towards you. With this healing, with refusal to see or refusing to see, they might say that they are sorry, and they might tell you to, you know, forgive them, things like that. They definitely feel like they would address the topics that have been hurtful towards you, that have been hurtful towards the connection, and they would attempt to bring more light, more healing into the situation. They would also attempt to just talk to you, to tell you where they have been. I do feel like initially, if this person got you alone, they would get a little bit frightened, you know, they would step back a bit, they wouldn't necessarily know how to act, but I feel like they would sort of develop this wanting in the seconds that are going to be sort of following that. They would develop this wanting to connect, this wanting to talk to you, this wanting to make themselves known and to just express themselves, to express what they have been going through, and to just really level with you in regards to where they have been. They wouldn't tell you everything though, is what I'm getting, especially in regards to their more sort of secret sexual pleasure, sexual desires towards you. More physical, carnal things would not be addressed here, is what I'm picking up with the Master. Overall, it just feels like this person would really want to be completely in their own power. They would still have a lot of self-control over themselves, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, they would definitely address their shortcomings, however. And they would approach you in a very rational way, is what I'm getting, in an attempt to make you feel good, in an attempt to soothe you, in an attempt to soothe the connection here as well with this healing energy. So with the healing energy is actually a representative of the star. So I feel like they would offer hope for the connection through connecting with you on a more emotional level. I feel like they would offer hope for the connection. They would ask for forgiveness, and they would offer you something. They would offer you what they can offer you at that time, whether it's a connection, whether it's a friendship, whether it's something more. This person would offer you some type of emotional connection, some type of emotional stability through this. I feel like initially they would get, you know, as said, frightened, but then they would feel overall very stable. They would feel grounded within their own energy. They would feel secure within their own self, and they would have this sort of forward moving wish, you know. They would want to do something, they would want to take action, is what I'm getting here. And the energy overall would be very peaceful, although still a little bit constrained here with the Master. It just feels like this person would still have a lot of boundaries up. They wouldn't just tell you everything. They wouldn't just release all of their thoughts or their feelings. I feel like they would still keep them very, very contained within themselves. They would try to master everything and just keep an eye on their impulses, especially if this person, you know, has more sexual feelings towards you, which I feel like for most of you, they do feel like that. They would definitely try to keep that very, very leveled, is what I'm getting here. So let's see what else we can get. We're just going to see what else. Overall, with the Seven of Pentacles here, you know, they would be very grounded. They would be very patient. They would just want to have a beautiful, gentle, slow conversation with you where they really explained themselves, where they brought, I'm hearing the end to the confusion, their own confusion, but also your confusion. They would approach you with love, with peace, with surrender here. So let's see what else we get. How would this develop here, Spirit? We have embrace, beautiful, 21, so powerful energy. It feels like this person would be moving towards fulfillment with you. They would be moving towards connection with you. I feel like they might even embrace you, and they might address how difficult this has been for the two of you, how it has both, you know, this connection has led you towards different roads. For some of you, they have been separate roads, so they sort of went in different locations. For some of you, they sort of intertwined a bit. But yeah, this person would definitely address just how important this connection has been for them, how much it has showed them, how deeply they have traveled inside of themselves, how they have uncovered certain aspects of themselves they never thought would be there or never thought possible to tap into. So let's just get all the cards out so that I can get a more clear understanding of the energy, please, Spirit. Thank you. We have control. Lot of major arcanas here. We have challenging times, the Five of Wands. What else do we have here? Wow, new vitality. Ace of Wands coming through. Sacral chakra, yes, definitely. So sacral chakra on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, there is definitely a lot of sexual passion here is what I'm getting. Your person would feel a lot of sexual passion inside of themselves, especially like with this master here. This master is trying to master all of this pent-up sexual energy and trying to control it. So they wouldn't show you, they wouldn't straight off come towards you and be like, hey, I find you attractive. This person would be very much a gentleman or gentlewoman, or, you know, they would be very contained, as said before. They might embrace you, they might tell you and share with you just how lovely they find you and how much they respect you. But it would all happen on a very mental level. So they would allow their heart to channel through their throat, their words would come out as a result of that. But I feel like they would not channel that down into the lower chakras, even though it does feel like the lower chakras are the ones that are budding the most, the ones that are the most active within the connection or within the whole scenario. It feels like there is a lot of sexual undertones which would not be explicit or wouldn't be voiced here, especially with the control. I am getting this strong energy of wanting to master oneself, wanting to master one's own influence, wanting to accept what is, have compassion for oneself and for the situation as well. And again, wanting to have patience and wanting to come through as confident. This person is the type of person who definitely does come through as a very confident person. And I feel like with you, they would definitely be very confident. They would be seen as incredibly confident here. And they would definitely approach things with love, with care. They would tell you that yes, they recognize you guys have had challenging times. And again, they would approach all of this with so much compassion and so much love and so much understanding. And they would just, I feel like the overall vibe here is wanting to heal the connection. The overall tone of this reading is wanting to heal this connection with sexual undertones. We have sacral chakra over here. So The sacral chakra speaks about wanting, you know, it is connected to testicles and ovaries, and it speaks about wanting something. So I do feel like this person would be brimming with a lot of sexual needs, a lot of sexual wanting. They would internally feel a lot of desire for you, a lot of lust here also, and the energy would be very sparkling, would be very like shiny, moving. Yes, I feel like they wouldn't express that. They wouldn't come through and be like, hey, let's, you know, have relations together. They wouldn't say that at all. They would be very respectful. But the energy nonetheless would be there with new vitality here. They would be awakened even more. So if they got you alone, this person would awaken their sexual passion for you even more. If they have sort of kept it dormant, if they have sort of tried to keep it in a cage, I feel like they would allow it to be a bit more loose after this interaction. They would allow it to be a bit more relaxed. They would themselves feel revitalized in their own energy. They would feel very joyful after talking to you. I feel like you would definitely have this beautiful heart-to-heart conversation with one another here. And yeah, you would definitely feel a lot more focused after the connection. There would be a lot more enthusiasm and joy between the two of you, and a great potential to revitalize your relationship. So I do feel like your person would seize this energy and also infuse more warmth and enthusiasm into this connection. I do feel like with you sort of laying things out, being very clear with one another, you would get very much closer, but also there would be this raised vibration within the connection as a result of this that would improve this connection, but also other connections in your lives, and it would usher in new vitality and new sexual wanting, new open space for the potential of sexuality to come in. So let's see what else we can have here. We're just going to tap into some of the pocket animal cards to see what else they would do if they got you alone, Spirit. What would they do here? We have shark. So water energy with the shark. I'm definitely getting this person would be quite circling you quite a lot. They would try to feel out where you are currently emotionally located. Let's get 2 more cards out. Thank you. So we have the moth. Okay, yes. Wonderful, beautiful. They would again be drawn to you as a moth to a flame. They wouldn't be able to step away. If they saw you from a distance, this person would be looking in your direction. And we have the golden egg here showing up. Right, so the deer is on the bottom of the deck. Just wanted to point this out. So yeah, okay. What would they do if they got you alone? They would be circling you, and they would want to understand where your emotions lie here with the shark. They would sort of want to tease you a little bit to get certain responses out of you. I feel like this person would want to create tension as well. They would want to create some type of action here, even though they would be very, very gentle in the conversation, very revealing, very healing, you know, very forgiving for whatever has occurred in this connection. They would be open to things, but they would sort of also poke you a little bit, is what I'm getting with the shark. Like poke you with certain remarks, ask you how things have been. They would be very sort of gentle about it, though. They wouldn't just necessarily go for it immediately. They would be very gentle, very soothing in their questioning here, but they would nonetheless want to get certain answers out of you, or to just make clear to themselves where they are standing here. This person would be overall very direct, very exposed, but not too exposed. You know, they would be a lot more exposed than they usually are with you, but overall they would be a lot more closed off still in regards to everything that's still hidden inside of themselves that I'm feeling. So there's like a plethora of things that are still hidden inside, but I do feel like you would feel this as a profound shift forward in your connection, because your person would be revealing so much about themselves. Yes, yet there is still so much more than meets the eye there. Okay, the shark here does signify a certain danger as well, a certain sort of playing with fire energy. So I do feel like your person would be a little bit enticed. They would be tempted to play with fire here. They would be tempted to go into the sexual energy of this connection. They would want to reveal more of their true nature and desire here, but I do feel like they would still be staying in that energy of quite a mysterious energy. That's overall what I'm seeing. They would be more mysterious. They would still, be honest with you. But in regards to some things, they would be hesitant to be honest. They would be hesitant to be fully themselves with you, is what I'm getting here. Right? So next here we have the moth. With the moth energy, it's overall just a very gentle, lovely energy of being very drawn to you. This person would be super drawn to you. They would be super connected to you. They would want to be close to you. I feel like if they got you alone, they would sort of edge towards you closer and closer. They would breach possibly the socially acceptable, body position where they can be located close to you. So that sort of proximity to your bodies would be quite on a friend level, or even more on an intimate level. So they would get closer to you, definitely. I feel like their body would do lots of speaking about their desires, about their feelings here. They wouldn't do so much speaking, with their own voices. They wouldn't voice their desires, but I feel like their body, with the moth here, the body would voice their desires and where they are really wanting to go, where their desire lies, or where their wishes, their needs lie here. So I do feel like you would be able to pick that up through body language, through their proximity, their bodily proximity to you, or them sort of looking at your lips when you're speaking, them looking down at that sort of triangular sort of position, the nose, the mouth, and sort of looking downwards from that direction as well. Anything else here, Spirit? Again, this person would want to come through open. They would want to come through emotionally open and connecting. With the golden egg, it's an energy of opening. It's an energy of sharing. It's an energy of sensuality here again. Things are around it, so things are still not showing the full golden glow of it, but I feel like the energy would be open. The energy here would be coming from the heart center. Your person would be communicating with you from their own heart, is what I'm getting here. It would be an energy of sharing what lies deep within their heart, what lies or resides deep within their own heart here. And everything they would say to you throughout this interaction would be coming from the center of the heart. They would be very engaging with you. They wouldn't try to rush, they wouldn't try to push, they wouldn't try to grasp. They would try to find a place of deep and restful ease within the connection, however, within the interaction with you, is what I'm getting here. So there we also have the energy of the deer here. So the energy of the deer is overall loving, gentle, supportive. It's peaceful. It's accepting. It's got love in its eyes, you know. It's that type of beautiful, graceful energy. It feels like this person would be receptive and very compassionate and nurturing towards you. They would still be a little bit protective though. They would be protective of their own heart. They would be on the lookout for what is happening in the connection, what is happening emotionally with themselves as well here. But overall, just incredibly beautiful energy of support, of love, of nurturing. So that's what I'm seeing here for you guys. This is the first portion of the reading. We are going to go into the extended over on Patreon. So the Patreon link is down below. If you want to join us in the extended reading, we're going to connect to these cards that we have had here. And yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for sharing your energy. It's been an absolute pleasure tapping into this with you guys. Thank you so much for your sharing, for your energetic sharing, for the energetic exchange. If you want to book a personal tarot reading, the information about my services is on my website and my email is listed down below. Make sure to check that out. The Patreon link is down below. Make sure to check that out. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, comment down below, share this video with someone that you love, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have picked this beautiful love card, the Lovers from the Major Arcana, this is going to be a reading today for what would they do if they got you alone. So there's also going to be an extended connected to this video. The extended edition is going to cover more of the mature themes, some more of the erotic, carnal impulses of your person, and also any additional messages that would want to come through that were not covered within this tarot reading on YouTube. The video is posted on Patreon. The link to that is down below, so make sure you scroll down below and join us on Patreon as well to get into more detail and to just get more messages about what your person would do if they got you alone. So let's get into it here. Love is coming through as your energy, as your card. Very beautiful. Let's see what else you got here. We have Teach. So the Hierophant from the Major Arcana here. Beautiful. What else have you got? We have Release, number 13, Death card. Wow. Feel like this would be very profound. This definitely does feel already like it's a twin flame or a strong soulmate energy that you're dealing with, especially with the Lovers card, and we have Darkest Fears. This is quite heavy. It would be an incredibly heavy occurrence for your person and you here as well, but I feel like ultimately incredibly healing and incredibly nurturing for the two of you. This connection would allow you both to step into your power, but also it would make you come closer. So if this person got you alone, I feel like they would feel an immense amount of pressure upon them initially. Pressure to do something, and also confusion, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to act. They would feel quite stiff, but I feel like ultimately they would take a deep breath and they would move towards you. They would they would act upon their highest good. They would act upon their wisdom, the wisdom of their soul, and they would move towards you. They would come closer to you in a sort of easeful way, but at the same time, I do feel like it would be difficult because there feels like there's a strong energetic gathering of energy around you, and it feels quite heavy. It feels like there is a lot to transmute there still. What I'm getting here is this person would want to release what they have been holding deep inside of themselves for so long. All of the darkest fears, all of the darkest, thoughts, all of the things that they were hoping for, all of the blessings, all of the fears, all of the, sad, sorrowful moments. They would want to tell you everything. This person would literally, I feel like, open up their heart to you if they got you alone, and if you really had this sort of warm, cozy space together where you sort of interacted, you just sort of met somewhere, and the space, the situation was very open, very, very lovely, very sort of supportive of this interaction to unfold. Definitely, I feel like your person would just sit down with you and they would tell you what they have been through, how they have been feeling. They would just tell you their part of the story here. They would reveal to you things that they have been holding inside of themselves for a really long time. Things that they have gone through as a result of the awakening through this connection. I do feel like you both have went through a particular strong awakening here with love, with this unity coming through here. They would tell you what they have learned through these interactions, what they have learned as a result of, being awakened through this union. And the dark nights of the soul they had to work through, the things that came up for them, the things that they have to deal with. They would just share everything with you. I feel like this sharing would be incredibly releasing for your person. It would allow them to completely transform. I feel like this connection, if you guys got together, if this person got you alone, this connection would inevitably transform completely, like do a complete backflip, It would just be completely different. The vibration would shift immensely with the death card is what I'm getting here. This would be a complete metamorphosis towards the energy of love. While I do feel like you are still a bit here in this darkest fears energy, both of you are, because there is a lot of mirroring here. There's still a lot of fears, maybe some avoidance here, but if this person got you alone, I feel like that would be addressed and that would be healed through this addressing, because you guys would come together through this undressing, through this addressing of the energy. So I want to get a couple of more cards out here for you guys. So let's see what else wants to come through here. Spirit for group number 2. Ultimately, Spirit is saying you would both come into union as a result of this interaction. You would come together. You would just reconnect so profoundly and on an incredibly deep level, and you would allow this connection to blossom, whatever that means for you guys. It doesn't necessarily have to mean being together romantically. It can also mean being friends. For most of you, it would mean being romantic together, but for some of you, it can also just mean, sharing that beautiful heart-to-heart connection, sharing that appreciation for one another, sharing that unconditional love with one another, and then appreciating the other person and allowing them to go where they have to go. It's sort of that deep acceptance that would be cultivated through this interaction is what I'm getting. Very healing energy would be coming in. So Spirit, what else can you tell us about this energy? So if group number 2's person got them alone, what would happen here? Helpless and hopeless. They would tell you how much they have been searching, how deep they have been going internally into themselves to try to figure things out. How many times they were questioning things, how many times they were not sure of themselves. This person would tell you their darkest things, their darkest fears, their struggles, their sorrows. They would share everything with you. We have shared the love, the Three of Cups here, beautiful. And I want to get the cards out. We have love abounds, the Ace of Cups. Incredibly lovely, like definitely love would be present throughout this interaction, and this energy of sharing things would definitely be very connected and just open. The sharing of sorrows would be very open. We have dedicated effort here, Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like there would be a wish here. Yes, beautiful. We have the Trust card, the Fool on the bottom of the deck, and finding balance here as well. This is incredible, you guys, because this just feels like it would be a new era for the two of you. You would open the floodgates of love. You would share the love. You would heal the hearts. It just feels like you both have this one part of this heart, and through this interaction you would come together and you would just put it back together again. That sense of unity, putting it back together again, that is also the purpose of the lovers, like recognizing that unity that connects you two. And through this togetherness, coming together, you would allow the heart to see, you would allow the heart to open up, and the heart would be the aspect through which you are seeing this connection then. Because I do feel like, most of you right now, you are still very much in the mind when it comes to this connection. And your person is also very much in the head when it comes to this connection as well. You're thinking a lot about it, but you're not allowing yourself to feel enough about it. So that is what would ultimately change profoundly within this connection. You would both start feeling so profoundly towards one another. You would both allow the heart to see this connection for what it is. And with that, so many of these fears, these ideas of the mind would just be released. They would just sort of go away, They would just leave. And you would be left with friendship. You would be left with celebration for your connection for one another. You would be rejoicing. You would be in this energy of community together, in this energy of unity, like we are in this together type of energy. What you would be left with is trust. Trust in your person, trust in yourself, trust in your connection, openness with love abounds, and radiance, and also optimism. You would both know that you have the potential to achieve everything that you want, and that the powerful energy of love surrounds you always. Basically, you would know that this person is with you always. I feel like that would be the main thing that would lead towards a shift. You would know that you are always ultimately together, that you are never apart, that there is nothing ever to worry about because you are never apart. This person is always available to you. They are always with you. They're always around you, And I feel like you and your person, you would both trust in your ability to create and maintain true loving relationship with one another. And they would also want to make this happen with you. If there is a potential within your relationship as it is right now to make this relationship happen, I feel like you would agree to make it happen. With the Fool card here, with trust, you would both want to make it happen. You would both dare to leap. You would both dare to dare, You would both dare to go towards the innocence of the heart and where the heart is calling you, and the optimism. You would both believe in the connection and the unfolding of the connection, the courage. You would both have the courage to step it up and know that you're being supported through this because you would feel it in your hearts. You would not allow the mind to infiltrate your knowing of the heart anymore. You know, you would trust yourself. You would trust in the opportunity and the ability to take action and to manifest what it is that you are both wanting. And I do feel like here, if this person got you alone, they would also open themselves up to giving and receiving love that is for the highest good of the two of you. Again, just to clarify, there's such a profound shift through all of this. As I'm speaking of this energy, I am feeling a profound shift happening between the two of you. This energy would be incredibly uplifting for your life, for your timeline, for where you are both headed individually, because you would start to trust in the guidance of your heart, and that's the most important thing to trust in here. You would trust yourself. And we also have here dedicated effort. So you both would also, I feel like, recognize that there is a need to create and maintain satisfying relationships, and that you do need to put some effort into maintaining a satisfying relationship with one another. I feel like through this interaction, you would definitely agree to be more diligent and to show more of love, show more of that appreciation, take action towards actually showing the other person that you appreciate them and showing that you love them through their own love languages as well. You know, like you would continue to nurture your relationship with each other. You would agree to that. I feel like you would explicitly talk to one another and you would say, like, I want to nurture this, like, how can we make this happen? And I feel like you would both be very practical about this as well, very practical minded overall on how to continue this connection, how to make it work as well. Now, how to make it work, how to make this connection work, that is going to be different for all of you and for where you currently are within this relationship, you know. But what is coming through for all of you is this dedicated energetic input into the connection, the wish to improve the connection, the wish to continue to work at improving your relationship with one another, and the wish to learn more about one another as well, learn about the other person, learn about the other person's belief structure of being, etc. You would both be very open to that, and you would both sort of agree to put in the effort, put in the work towards making it work. Incredibly beautiful, you know. This would be so transformative and so beautiful. I feel like you would both be so open here, and it would just be like this fruitful ground for unity and for more love to be shared in the world, for more energetic uplifting, for more vibrational rising. So let's see what else comes through for you now. Pocket Animal Spirit is the card deck that we are going to be using. So Spirit, what would they do if they got them alone? Share the love, basically share the love, and choose dedicated efforts towards the connection. Share their fears. Unicorn, beautiful. They would recognize and tell you that this connection is magical. They would tell you just how mystical, how mysterious, how wonderful, how magical, how incredible this connection has been, how this connection has been something and is still something beyond this person's wildest dreams and wishes and understanding of life. It's just something they never thought would be possible to feel. Anything else about what would happen if they got them alone? Peacock, wow, cute, beautiful. They would recognize the incredible beauty, the power of this connection, the regal, the royal quality of love that exists between the two of you. What else, Spirit? We have the hawk. Wow, again, very powerful here. The hawk is the energy of spirit as well, like as the eagle, but a different form of that. So trying to look at this situation from a more open perspective. We have the cosmic egg on the bottom of the deck. We have the phoenix on the bottom of the deck as well. So with the cosmic egg here, this is a strong significance. I feel like that you would both, through this interaction, so sorry the card dropped, so the phoenix dropped, I guess it wants to be here. You would both recognize the significance of this connection on a strong intuitive level, also on a cosmic level. I feel like you would recognize the importance that you guys are together. So through that importance that you guys are together, you would be also releasing karma here. Wow, I feel like this connection, if you guys got together in this way, this would just heal so many layers of your embodiment and of your soul, of your sort of soul stream. Because with the phoenix, I'm picking up freedom from suffering and past karma, and basically reincarnating within your physical body, like shifting the energy completely, releasing the energy completely, that would then allow you to fully shine and express yourself and be who you are, like fully be who you are here. With the cosmic egg, we have completion. So completing this inner circle, creating harmony with one another, and basically recognizing is what we're looking for. Recognizing the infinite within the finite energy. So recognizing the infinite energy that is inside of you as a finite human being. That is what we would both recognize. This is a profoundly twin flame energy. So basically what I'm reading for this group is a twin flame connection. It's that sort of cosmic energy that is also expressed through our human bodies. And that cosmic energy is what you would both recognize within one another. I do feel like you're both already very high vibrational. You're both very attuned to this energy already, because the potential of this is very strong here, and it just needs a little bit of right situation, to unfold. That's what I'm getting here. Incredibly lovely. So with the unicorn, we have recognizing and reconnecting to the higher wisdom and divinity, both within yourself and in the other person. The unicorn card is basically the type of energy that wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and about the divine. And it is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. So that's basically what you guys would be doing through this interaction. You would be reconnecting to your higher selves, definitely. And you would be questioning it through the other person. You would be reconnecting to it with the other person. You would be exploring this bond to the divine and bond to the cosmos through the other person, and sort of contemplate the inexplicable through the other person as well. It would create a huge shift, again, is what I'm getting here for the two of you, right? So with Peacock, I feel like you would both see the inner beauty of one another. You would both recognize the immense beauty within one another. I feel like you would possibly even connect to the past lives that you guys have shared together. But this just feels like it's a compassionate energy. It's compassionate connection. It's kindness. You would both come through as very kind, as very confident, but also I feel like you would create both like an assimilation of energies between the two of you, and also a facilitation of releasing of anything that doesn't serve anymore. It's almost like you would be in such a high vibrational state together that, with this love, that everything that doesn't serve, it would just sort of go away. It would just be released. is what I'm getting here. It would just sort of whoosh, go away because it doesn't have a hold anymore, you know. So that's what's showing up with you with the hawk. Last card, we have a watchfulness and all-seeingness, like this sort of view from the outside, view from nowhere type of energy, a little bit of a detached, higher understanding and ability to see clearly what is going on. You would both see clearly, you would both have this profound, strong connection here that would allow you to see clearly what is happening between you and what is happening on a bigger picture and what is happening in the little details between the two of you. Yes. There would be a strong perspective shift within this connection is what would happen. A very, very profound, strong perception shift. And you would both just go along with it. You would both surrender to it because it would feel so amazing to be in it. And you would both choose to be dedicated to one another even more. It's like this would be a profoundly healing thing. And just, it would bring you together closer than you ever thought possible. You know, that inexplicableness of this connection would be highlighted to the two of you. All right, so that's what I'm seeing here for this connection, for this reading. What would they do if they got you alone? If you want to connect to this extended video within Patreon, do check out the link down below. In the Patreon edition, we are going to go deeper into what they would do, deeper into more carnal events as well, deeper into their sexual desires, anything more explicit, anything more bodily that wants to come through for the two of you. You know, YouTube community guidelines do have a specific ruling, so I can't go into all of the details within this reading. So see you all on Patreon. The link is down below. If you want to, you can also book a personal tarot reading with me. All the information is available down below as well. You can find my website and my email in the description box below this video, and send me a message whenever you feel ready to connect. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste and bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you have picked this beautiful manifest card or this bundle of cards, this is going to be your reading today for what would they do if they got you alone. There is also going to be an extended video connected to this one. In the extended, we're going to cover mature carnal themes and any additional messages that want to come through in regards to this connection, in regards to your person. So any additional messages in regards to how they would act if they got you alone, and also any more 18 plus mature erotic messages that would want to come through for you guys. The link is on Patreon down below. So let's see what we have for you today for this reading. So overall, we have manifest coming through. With the manifest, overall the energy, what I'm getting is your person would want to create something new for the two of you. Your person would feel very strong-willed, very confident in bringing something about between the two of you. This definitely feels like the energy of them just wanting to continue spending time with you, asking you out for drinks, like let's continue hanging on or hanging out type of energy is coming through with them. They would just be like, let's do this and this and this and this, and here's my number, you can call me type of energy, you know. They would be very energetic towards you, definitely, is what I'm picking up. So let's see what else we have here. Beautiful, giving and receiving. The Six of Pentacles coming through. Beautiful. So I feel like there would definitely be an incredibly lovely, energetic exchange between the two of you. We have strengthening bonds, Ace of Pentacles, just an incredible art here, but also incredible lovely energy. And we have joy and stability, the Four of Wands. Yes, beautiful. So just a very uplifting, very friendly energy. Okay, what would they do if they got you alone? They would be like, yeah, let's hang out. They would just chat with you. This person would come through as a very extroverted person, even if they're not fully extroverted. Usually, I feel like if this person got you alone, they would just start chatting with you. They would just start giving. They would just start creating the connection between the two of you. They would just start to communicate. They would just go on, and they would make you feel very safe. They would make you feel very secure. I feel like they would make you feel held in this whole relationship as well. Like, they would listen to you very deeply. I feel like you would be able to create with this person an incredibly grounded, beautiful conversation where you would listen to one another, where you would share with one another. And that sharing, it wouldn't just be like, oh, this is happening to me, and your person would be like, yeah, this is happening to me. It wouldn't be like, so separate. It would be like, this is happening to me, and oh, I hear that, I understand it, I see that. I think this in regards to this. It would be just a very sort of shared energy. Like they would receive what you are giving, and vice versa. They would also give in return, and you would receive what they're giving in a very lovely manner, instead of just this incredible co-creative way. I feel like you would be able to co-create such an incredible connection, and a strong deepening of the connection as well, with strengthening bonds. Definitely, I'm getting a deepening of the connection, getting to know one another better. This to me overall feels like it's a friendship dynamic, or at least currently between the two of you, it feels like it's a friendship dynamic. It feels like you don't necessarily feel the cosmic strength of this connection, if I should call it like that. If that doesn't make sense to you, that is completely fine. You are in this group. So joy and stability. You would start to co-create happiness. You would start to co-create celebrations with one another. You would just, I feel like you guys would go out for a drink, and you would just enjoy each other's company profoundly. And there would just be so much talking. You would forget about the time. You would just fall into the conversation with one another, and it would just start to create this new beginning between the two of you, this new bond, this new stability, this new joyful relationship within your lives. Just incredibly beautiful. So Spirit, let's see anything else. What else wants to come through for us? What would they do if they got you alone? Ask you out, ask you for a drink, ask you to spend time together, ask you to a cafe, ask you to go do something with them, ask you to connect, ask you to co-create, basically. Share, receive, love. I'm not taking the cards because I was not feeling into the deck. I was just flipping mindlessly. So let's just try this again. So Spirit, what would they do if they got them alone for group number 3 here? Okay, seek the truth here. Wow. Open up the veil, seek the truth. Let's get all the cards out and then feel into the connection a bit more. We have healing begins, beautiful. So the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Swords coming through. What would they do? Shine. Wow. Incredibly lovely. incredible energy. Coming out, sharing, opportunity beckons. Wow. This is the Four of Emotions, or the Four of Cups coming through. And we have listened with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. And heart chakra on the bottom of the deck as well. So this heartful connection, sharing. There is also balance here on the bottom of the deck. So coming together, definitely incredibly lovely energy here. This is what I'm feeling. And just put the heart chakra here as well. Coming together, seeking the truth. Your person would want to know how you feel towards them, is what I'm getting. They would want to sort of tear up the veil or look behind the veil. These cards are super similar, and they're all about communication. They're all about bringing in more honesty for the two of you and being sort of very direct in regards to what they want, in regards to where they want to go, and sharing what's on their heart here. Being very open about what is in their heart and what is on their heart is what I'm getting with you guys. Healing begins. I feel like with this healing begins, a lot of communication would happen between the two of you in this direction of what you want to create together, what you want to co-create together in the connection, or if you need to sort of iron out certain details or make something clear to one another. I feel like that would also be spoken about here. But seek the truth, I feel like you would both want to look behind the surface or under the surface, underneath what is usually shown to your person. You would be able to have a very strong heart-to-heart connection and conversation with one another, is what I'm picking up here. And with healing begins, you would be able to release, heal, and assist one another with giving and receiving the information that you both need to receive, that would then guide you towards a better place concerning the dealings of the heart here. I feel like you would definitely come in contact with new information here about your person. You would both question a lot of things. You would both sort of ask things of the other person that have been secret before, but just listen. It's like there's this intense connection here between the two of you, of wanting to listen, of wanting to understand, and of wanting to understand where the other person is within the connection, and also wanting to sort of locate oneself within the connection. So I feel like there would just be a lot of focus here on conversation, but also a lot of sincerity, a lot of truth would be shared. There would be a drive, an energetic drive towards freedom, towards expression here between the two of you. And like this sort of stability inside of oneself, this confidence, this wish to share, this wish to unblock the heart, this wish to allow yourself to speak what has been on your heart for a really long time. That's what I'm picking up for both of you here. To pay attention to what the other person is saying is also in the forefront here, paying attention to one another. And allowing here, with this one especially, allowing the heart to be open, allowing love to share, allowing yourself to sort of break through. I feel like your person would definitely feel a strong, positive, and powerful energy surrounding the two of you. He would, or they would, or she would, however you want to put it, want to see this connection moving forward. And they would want you to be one of the people they are usually in contact with, and the type of people who, are filling them with joy and hope. This person would tell you that they feel a strong magnetic connection between the two of you, especially with this master manifest energy, the magician here. They would tell you that they feel a strong energy, a strong dynamic magnetism between the two of you. They would also tell you that they don't fully understand certain things yet. That they feel like there is an opportunity to co-create something powerful here, that this bond that you're sharing is incredibly lovely, and they would want to see where it leads to. And they are open to the possibilities of co-creating something with you, of co-creating a relationship with you. I feel like they would quite explicitly state these things to you, like they want to co-create something else with you. They want to see where else this goes with you. They would address that a lot of it is still clouded in secret feelings or things that have not yet been revealed. Also internally for the two of you, maybe there are certain things that you don't even realize you still hold or want to express, but they would definitely want to see where it's going. They would, I feel like, present this open state to you, like this open friendship, this open relationship. They would just sort of give you, like these hands. They would be like, okay, here, like this card, like here, this beautiful crystal. Do you want to share this with me? They would just sort of offer things to you. They wouldn't demand in any way. They would just offer things, and they would be offering from a place of innocence and from a place of stability and from a place of holding and from a place of opportunity, of wanting to see where things develop from you. Also from a sense of curiosity of wanting to see where things develop for you. I do feel like there is love here. From your person's heart, there is admiration, there is a connection, there is a loving energy with the heart chakra. There is definitely something that this person feels for you here that they have not yet expressed, but they would want to dive deeper into it. I do feel like at this time your person also doesn't feel this to be incredibly strong, but they definitely feel like they want to dive deeper into understanding this connection. I feel like they want to see what else can unfold between the two of you here. They want to see how you could build this connection together and how you could sort of manifest something more for one another, how you could make this connection shine or bring it out into the light, with the sun card here, with the Leo energy here. They want to see how it can develop. And they want to be very clear, frank with you as well, very honest with you about themselves, about where they are right now. And they would definitely say that they see an opportunity of building a relationship with you here as well. Strong will, strong, powerful connection, strengthening your connection, sharing, a lot of talking, a lot of communication. So let's see what else wants to show up for us. So Spirit, here for group number 3, please. What else can you tell us about what would they do if they got them alone for group number, Scorpion. So fire energy coming through for you guys. Powerful. I do feel like there is some sexual undertone to this. Let's see what else. They would possibly tell you that they find you incredibly sexy or incredibly interesting, incredibly seductive as well, magnetic. Sea serpent is coming through for you guys. So cosmic energy here. One more card. What would they do if they got them alone, Spirit? I feel like this person would, initially they would ask you out and talk to you, and then they would see if they could get like a kiss or something. I feel like they would start to make moves towards you. Just with all these hands here, I'm getting like this person would want to make moves towards you, like quite literally, sort of put their hand on your shoulder, put their hand on your hand, put their hand on, on this part of the forearm, things like that. They would start to be more touchy. So let's see what else wants to come through. What would they do if they got group number 3 alone? Please, Spirit, what would they do? Yeah, definitely. I'm picking up so much touching here. We have the bear energy. Do you feel like they would be very contained, very grounded? They would definitely make you feel safe and stable throughout all of this. So it wouldn't be like the type of touching that is not wanted. We have turtle on the bottom of the deck. Incredibly beautiful here. But the turtle, I'm feeling this type of slow, surrendered, slow movement, like a slow, respectful movement towards you, not doing anything that you wouldn't like, always sort of being aware of you, being aware of your movements, being aware of how you are feeling, being aware of where you want to go. This person would be very, very aware of you. Okay, with Scorpion, what is coming through? So is overall just a passionate energy. I feel like, yeah, initially this person would be, I feel, a little bit reserved, even though they would be extroverted. They would talk to you, they would be like, yes, this and this and this, and they would carry the conversation, I feel. But I feel like they would still be sort of a bit restrained. They would still hold themselves back, as at least like physically affection, related to physical affection is what I want to say. They would hold themselves back, but as you guys sort of reconnected and shared more and connected more, they would start to come more into your presence. They would start to come more into your personal space is what I'm getting with the Scorpion. They would start to be more, I want to say, just more expressive, more passionate, more determined about what they're wanting. They would show you more of that fierce side of their being here as well, and more of that wild and free side of their being as well. It also feels like the Scorpion, it's the time to share. It would feel like the time to come clean about their feelings for you, so that you can know where they stand, so that you really can orient yourself in and around this connection. Okay, so with the Sea Serpent, we have again this move towards expressing desires, this move towards coming clean, sharing their emotional state and sharing their desires, and also sharing their emotions, like sharing any emotional wounds that they have had. I do feel like this person would be just incredibly truthful, incredibly honest, incredibly forward. They would be an open book with you. If you got them alone and you just sort of got to talking, they would tell you anything. It just feels like this person wouldn't keep anything from you here. So the Sea Serpent basically represents the energy of expression. So about emotions, sensuality, and desire. And yeah, like expressing oneself creatively and sexually as well is what's coming through here. So with the Sea Serpent, I do feel like your person would want to express themselves quite sexually towards you as well, or they would just sort of make moves towards you. They would sort of get in your personal space, is what I said before, and sort of look deep into your eyes, things like that. They wouldn't necessarily be too forward or too pushy. They wouldn't do that, but I feel like they would make it known that they have an interest towards you here. Because this card, the Sea Serpent, is also connected to the second chakra, or the sacral chakra, which is just connected to creativity and desire and passion, So it's sort of the energy of sexual energy, of Kundalini as well. So, it's about that movement. And they would start to connect to that energy throughout your connection, throughout your conversation as well, I feel. Like initially, again, they would be they wouldn't be as forward, but then they would start to be more forward, start to be more in that energy of moving towards you here. And with the bear, it's like they would still make you feel safe. They would make you feel balanced. They wouldn't withdraw too much, or they would create this inner strength inside of themselves, and at the same time sort of make you feel safe as well. Like they would have a correct use of power, if that makes sense to you. They would be able to hold their own boundaries and hold your boundaries as well, and respect your boundaries throughout all of this. They would also pick up on the cues that you're putting out, whether you are receptive, whether you are not wanting this interaction to happen, and they would sort of navigate this intuitively and listen and sort of shift their interaction towards you, or shift their giving towards you appropriately. Right. So yeah, inner strength with the bear. And with the turtle, this connection would, I feel like, or this interaction would be very grounded. It would be very much in the here and now, in the physical. There would be a lot of sharing. I do feel like with the turtle, you would express certain deep beliefs about the world to one another as well. Maybe you would talk about spirituality on some level as well, because the turtle often does represent ancient souls as well. So that ancient connection would be energetically present. Just I'm not feeling like it would be explicit and talked about for all of you. I feel like some of you would address that you feel like an old soul on this planet, and your person would also say the same, or there would be some type of connection to that conversation happening here. Overall, what they would do if they got you alone is that they would be adventurous. This connection and this situation would be very productive. It would be very trusting. It would create a trust within and outside of this connection, like strengthening bonds for the two of you, and also very peaceful for the two of you as well. Yeah, like you would be able to open up. You would be able to ground your connection more, create a stronger connection with one another, and to share deeper truths about yourselves here. And yeah, like an adventurous spirit would start to creep up sooner or later here as well. And a more loving, wanting to connect, more dynamic sexual energy would start to sort of bubble up sooner or later here in the connection. So that's all that I have for you for this reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to check out the extended reading, it's on Patreon. The link is down below. In the extended, we are tapping into your person's more carnal wishes. So we already have a start here. It's already showing up within this reading as well, that desire and that passionate energy. So we're going to see where that goes in the extended edition of this tarot reading. We're tapping into 18 plus messages, carnal impulses, carnal wishes, and if anything else wants to come through in regards to just the overall situation, we are going to address that as well. So the link is down below. I would be happy if you can join us and share your energy in that part of the reading as well. And if you're leaving us today, thank you so much for being a part of this tarot reading. Thank you for sharing your energy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this video with someone that you love. And also, if you want a personal tarot reading, all the information is on my website and my email is listed down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste, and hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.